Okay, good morning. This is probably going to be a pretty quick uh, stream. Only going to be doing it for about 2 hours. And in those 2 hours, I intend to take care of a few things. We're going to start with the most important for me right now, the targeting, because it shouldn't do what it's doing right now. So it is working, but it's working poorly. So we're going to fix it. And there's also this weird moment of stutter. So we're going to be disabling the enemy's AI as it relates to the combat manager. But we are going to be leaving our targeting system on, so we can still target the enemies. That's the idea. And we are going to just work our way through there to find out where the problems are happening. Because somewhere along the way, something got messed up, and I just never took the time to go back and look at it. Okay. So where's the game right now? Let's actually run it. Okay. So, yeah, you see like that little stutter? That happens specifically when we target. Regardless. So we fixed up the ability system a little bit. We fixed up the HP bar a little bit. Let's zoom in. Pretty cool. Right. Don't watch this UI a little bit. It's really just me testing out different things to see. But yeah, obviously they don't die yet. So I didn't really do too much. I just fixed the HP bar basically. But you see that issue? Right? So what should be happening? Let's actually take the moment to identify it. I don't know if I want to keep that animation, because it can make you think that that enemy's still alive for a moment. I like it though. Right? Like if we go to an enemy with full HP, it will immediately do that. If we go to one like this, it doesn't. I like it. It's not like this matters anyway, because once this happens, this enemy is going to disappear. But yeah, I think we're fine. I like it. Okay. Okay, so you see, like, that's a problem. So WAS, so the camera is fixed in this direction, right? Like, whatever the direction, the map, because the different maps are going to have different camera angles, but for right now, I think the camera being fixed in this direction is what I want. I don't want the player to have too much control over what the camera is doing. So when I walk away from this guy, that should eventually break, which it will, like when I'm this far away. But in order for that to happen, my mouse has to stay near him. Now, if I bring my mouse over here, it should break. But you see, now we have a problem, because I'm close enough that I'm going to constantly be looking back at him. It should be taking a look at what the mouse is, where the mouse is, and taking that would be the average of the distance between the mouse and the player from that guy. But for some reason, I think it's doing it twice. Right? So what we need to look at is the targeting and then see where we made that mistake. And I believe that's on the player script. Where am I? Oh, yeah, okay. I just saw Chase and I'm thinking this is the AI. That's why. So a lot of this is just test script. Like this right here is test script stuff. It's not really relevant. Or this isn't going to be where it lives in the end. Combat logic. Claim targets. Okay. So we just need to look for the part where we so for the combatant's at length, right? If the combatant is an enemy, and if the enemy game object is active. I mean, I don't think this is even necessary. I don't know. So, all right, let's figure out what the problem is first. I think this is it. So we get the enemy distance. Yeah, so we are actively combining them. And then I'll set current target. Pass in the next closest. Distance. I see what the problem is. We never give it a reason not to we never give it a reason not to set the target. In other words, well, let's check set current target if it's inside. Nah, see? We never give it a reason not to set the target. So here we're just searching for the nearest target. And then we just immediately pass a target. We just need to put something here as like the maximum range that we're willing to pick up a target at. So let's just say it's like 10. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Again, this is all just stuff for testing, so... Okay, then if I go over here... Interesting. Yep, okay. It feels weird. Like if I go like this, then awesome. Yeah, okay. Now it feels more normal. I just needed to get used to it. Why isn't it letting me? That's weird. It will bug out at a certain point. Interesting. Alright, so let's take a look at what's going on in the code. What are the different lock states? None, soft. Oh, this is set next target. Right, okay. There should be one that's being passed in. Okay. Right here also. There we go. We shouldn't need this, though. Because we already set the cap over here at 12. But apparently we do need it. What's happening? Alright, let's read this. If the enemy count is equal to 0, basically there's no enemies to target, and the combat target is null, then we just return out. Right? Then we start off with 12 as the nearest. And we'll just go through the enemy's length. What is enemy count doing? That's a question and a half. Oh, I know what it's doing. Okay. Is it maintained, though? Where is it maintained? Interesting. We need to find out where this is maintained. This is in... Yeah, no, this is in Whatever. There it is. Okay. Why are we doing this? There has to have been a reason why I did it this way. Again, all of this was just me doing it super quick. So I might end up just redoing this whole thing. Maybe. That's a distinct possibility right now. Alright, let's start from first principle on this. We have this method, which goes off from the run combat logic. Get the combatants. So this will include everyone, including the player, who's in the currently active as a combatant. Then we do closest position is going to be equal to 8. So we only care about the combatants that are within 8 or less. Yeah, there. Oh, I see what I'm doing now. Okay, I get you. So now if the combatant is an enemy, then we say and we check to see if it's active. And then we check to see if we have that as a target already, as a potential target. So we're storing these back. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing now. Okay, I get it. So then we just add the target if that target is close enough. I think the problem is happening here with this else. But give me a second. Okay. So here. Hey, what's going on, RCA? And good morning to you. So I'm just trying to fix my targeting system. Well, actually, let's see if we, because they did make the other change. So let's see if that changed it. Never mind the UI stuff over here. This is all still just work in progress. I'm like goofing around with different things. Okay, where are some enemies? Okay, so yes, if we go far enough away, we can break the target. And then if we come back, we get it back. What do you think of the HP bar? Pretty good, huh? Male to female to yeah, I mean that happens. What is that gonna take? Like another? Gonna take like another what? Maybe a week at most to if you ordered it. We also got stamina going now. It recovers every couple of seconds. Or I could just attack them with my basic attack. Oh, out of stamina. No stamina. Thank you. But the targeting needs help. So I'm going to start disabling parts of it. And see what's happening here. So there should be an update happening somewhere. Let's find out. Hopefully I didn't hook these into events. That would suck. Okay, here we go. Okay. So we're going to take this step by step and try to figure out what's causing this major malfunction. I think it's this call right here. We're going to find out now. You know what? Let's do this, actually, as part of our initialization process. There we go. That might be what was causing, because there's like a moment where it lags. I'm trying to figure out where that's happening. Thank you. If that was the fix, I'll be very happy. Oh, we disabled the other stuff. At least we know that that wasn't causing the problem. The problem is not over here. So let's enable... where's update? There. So let's enable this. See if that fixed it. Let's enable them both first. Let's see if caching the combat target fixed it. Looks like it did. I didn't see any lag. I think that was basically it. That was that lag that I was seeing. We need to rethink about how we handle that. All right, let's go down here. Okay. I think we want to... Okay, so we get the distance from the enemy. Let's actually just do it like this. Right? We're going to start with that. We're going to... So... do this. So we're getting the average. And we want to, let's double the mouse distance. Right, so the mouse has double the effect. The further the mouse is, so basically, the further the mouse is, the more chance it'll break. From the target. Let's try that. Thank you. I'm not sure about the number thing though. Like I'm debating if I should put like the numbers over here to kind of represent what the values are. But am pretty much sold on making the bars super thin, because really the HP is a representation of this. Right? As your wounds go up, your HP will start going down. So it kind of just makes it wound system for dummies, effectively. So you don't have to like go over and see you have trauma to your head, arms, things like that. Alright? Like what's causing you to lose HP. Okay, that worked. That worked. I didn't get any lag whatsoever. I just needed to cache the Awesome. That was actually an easier fix than I thought it was going to be. Wait. Wait. No. Yeah, I'm like over here. Why are you still targeting that guy? Yeah. That, yeah, they will I need to make it so they won't do weird things. Like when they turn, they will turn incompletely, and so they become visually invisible. They're still there, they're just, you can't see them because their sprite is completely perfectly like facing the camera uh at its like 100 no, it's 90th degree. So all you can see is the side, and it's like a slim line at most. Right? They're in the single dimension, so they're not even visible. I just need to fix that for them on that side. But speaking on that, this is a little annoying now. So what we're doing is that we are heavily counting this distance. How do we disable this? I think we just tell it to disable. Locked, hide lock. How do we disable this again? Oh, okay. Change state. And I believe that's what we do. No, that's not how we do it. Alright, where do we normally disable the combat target? What happens inside of this? Let's find out. Hide. Okay, so this is the right way to handle it. So there is some place that's calling none on this already. A couple places. Find out where this is. Set target. Oh! So it already knows. Like, once we do set target, if null gets passed through, got it. So we don't have to do all of that. Okay, that's nice. So just checked before I assumed it didn't do it that. So we can just do set target, like there. And call it a day. Hey, Nepal. How you doing, man? Good morning. Alright, I think that's it. As far as this goes, we eliminated the complexity there. Let's get rid of this one also. Again, all of this code is really just work in progress. So this is me now trying to... I might end up just removing all of this and putting in a different way of doing it that might be better. I would assume so. But if I can salvage this, then I'll use it instead. Because it's not terrible. I just would need to put it in its own class. Because I'm not sure if this should belong on the player or not. Like, it uses the player's update loop, but I think it would probably benefit from being in its own class. More than not. Or maybe its own component. Oh, that sucks, brother. I just finished handling that lag for myself. Like, I was getting a lag whenever I selected an enemy. And then I realized it was because I was calling it to actually populate exactly as it was being used. So I just moved it to my initialization and got rid of it. Speaking of, that means I don't need to do this. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it anyway. No, we don't need to do it. But it wasn't the, believe it or not, it wasn't the pooler that was causing it. It was the initialization happening under the hood. Or the instantiation that was happening under the hood. So we can actually just do that now. The less stuff we're taking into account, the better. Which also means that since we're doing this in initialization, we can get rid of this, because we don't get here unless we initialized. Yeah, this looks salvageable. It's not terrible, but break lock on. Right, okay, gotcha. Okay, we got you. Alright, I think that's it. Let's try it one more time and see if we're going to get that bug again. I mean, let's actually increase this to 15. make it... The higher this number, the more sensitive it is to the mouse's position, basically. Right? And we're going to actually apply this modifier to it again. The idea is that we want to make this less sensitive when we're doing ear combos. That's all. So it's 75% less sensitive when we're doing air combos and stuff. Yep, we got no lag there, but we got a different lag somewhere else. I'm not sure what was causing that. Okay, it broke. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Then if I do this and then press tab, it will just break. No. Oh, okay, I get you. I'm too far away. So now we're close enough that it will work. This is supposed to be locking on. So let's... I know I saw it earlier. Oh, there it is. Break lock on. So this is what controls... this. Let's increase this to 25. And see if that's any good. Yep, we don't get any lag there, but we got lag when we got close. Something else is happening. So if I go like over here, so we're going to make factions for the enemies, and if I do this, still too far away. There's two numbers going on here. There are two numbers going on here. There's one number for when we break lock on. And then there is another number for when we acquire lock on, I guess? Where else are we handling for when we're locked on? That's the question, because I'm pretty sure we... I think this is it. No, but we don't set a limit here. Next closest is equal to null. Start off from infinity. So the reason why we can do this without worrying too much is because this is already a compacted array derived from the one from the combat manager. So we don't really need to worry. This only has maybe like 8 or 10 things in it at most. So everything here should already be in range, right? I wonder. No, it doesn't pay to do that. Maybe it does. So this is what I'm thinking. On the combat manager, I'm thinking that we can assign a lambda to track all of the subscribed combatants' position. And then we could sample that lambda to get back the enemy based on the position they're given. This way we can just easily track a single source of truth on the current position of the enemies instead of running the logic for this query. You get what I'm saying? So instead of running separate logic here, checking the transform positions, we can just check the transform position that the manager has. Hello, Gabrielle. Can you debug a script line by line in Unity like you do on a simple single-threaded application? Yes, you can. There's times to do it. This isn't one of those times, though. This is more along the lines of architecture, because I'm looking to... in this refactor, I'm looking to remake this entire system. So I'm trying to see, before I do that, what parts of it I can salvage. There are bugs in it that can be addressed, but at the same time, like, half my brain is looking at the bugs and trying to fix them. The other half is trying to see what parts of this would be good in a new architecture. If that makes sense. Right? So right now my brain is on that we can make a reverse lookup for the members of the combatants when they enter the combat manager. And then we can use the combat manager to get the ID that we're using for the combat manager to then get. And that would be a 0-1 lookup instead of going through these arrays. Or better yet, we can make a wrapper class for them, store them inside of the wrapper, and the wrapper can have the lambda that is tracking the individual object position. Let's do that. Let's go to the combat. I think it's a combat manager. And let's see where that leads us. What time is it? We have about an hour and a half to put this together, so let's do that. Where's the combat manager? We can get to it easily through iCombatant. There it is. Oh, this is already a massive chunk of... Well, I mean, it's different scripts, but it's still got a ton of different things happening here. So iCombatant is here, damage is here, my damage key is here. I think I'm going to keep them there. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. So... basically, we're going to make a concrete... Let me see, let me just check. That's a good thing. No. We're going to make a... do it here.
Invincible.
Oh, oops. So we could just do it this way.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Okay. This looks solid.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.
All right. So what problem are we trying to solve here? Let's go back to the player real quick. Where's my player script for this? Close all of these other stuff for now. Okay. So what we're trying to do is we're going to combat manager. We're going to replace. I think we can get rid of combat target also. We're going to replace this array. Where is it? This iCombatant array with the combatant type. That's the goal. So let's do that here. Right?
in the sky, gazing far into the night.
Okay.
I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you,
How do we do this again? Oh, whoops. I forgot. Oh, I know where we can check. There we go. I think I did it over here on notation. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Okay, so we can't do that. So let's do it this way. There. Why is this crying now? Yes, it does. Right here. I combatant does not contain a definition for get actor. No ah. Don't these have like a... Yeah, there it is. I'm confused. Why did it lose? Oh, oops. But still pretending like this doesn't have definition for actor. Oh, regardless, we can do this now. Oh, what am I looking? I'm a dummy. Okay, this is supposed to be... I'm looking in the wrong area. There we go. Oh! I see what's happening. I get it. Doesn't actor inherit... Yeah, it does. I combat. Get rid of this for now. We need to fix this part. It doesn't allow us to pass back I combatant. Unless we do that now. Right, and so now we should be able to just do this. I think it just doesn't jive well together. I think that's what the problem is. I wanted to try to do this, but I don't think it works well together at all. We can get this to start working with it. But then this starts to fall apart. Alright, let's start from zero principle on this. But we know that we want to have this right here, right? It just makes it it makes it easier to deal with. So let's start from the top. We're gonna get rid of this. Sorry, we're gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna make this where he there we go. Okay. And then we can just make this T. Guess not. Oh, we can make this T. We have to make this T also. There we go. Right, and so now it's just about this. So we can make this do that, and we can just do combatant is going to be equal to that. And then actor combatant.get actor. So far, so good. We only have to worry about this now. Okay. Return 0, and then do a reference. I think we have to do it this way. And now we have an issue over here. So we just need to put this as T. Pretty sure. No. There we go. There we go. Okay, piece by piece it came together. Okay, so now this should allow this to work right off the bat, which is fantastic, but it's going to create problems over here. So this needs to be actually we need to do that? I never did that. Wow, I've never done that before. Usually it just picks up on what this type is. I've never had to explicitly type it here. That's interesting. Alright, it looks like we created a problem down here. Well, we did all of that for nothing. Okay, whatever. It's too invasive. I don't like it. I really don't. In my mind, it was better. I really don't think it's above my pay grade trying to come up with a superior algorithm. Because this is going to lead to the exact same algorithm as before.
I'm going mainstream. Yeah. Going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Well, since we've stored this, let's do it this way. Since we've stored this, we don't have to use this. Let's do it this way. Right? And let's just do 2 numbers over here.
You and me, hanging from the willow tree, quietly drifting in the open breeze. Suddenly, the wind blows you away from me. Now I see we were never meant to be. If only we could travel back.
All right. And so we'll change this so that every 0.1 second, we'll update the position using this. Right, so we can now avoid the overhead that comes with tapping the transform position to just every 1 sec, every 10th of a second. Right, and so if this is greater than the cache count, that's when we will update the that's when we'll update the sorry, the cache position. So let's make that also. All right, and then we just set the cache CD. Mouse button. There we go. Set the cache CD to time, and then we could just do a return for the cache position. That should do it. That should eliminate one part of the overhead. And if we want to get the actual position, like let's say after we've targeted something, and now we want the actual position, right? Like we want to maintain the reticule. So this is more for just like the general sense of what's around me. So I'll just be tapping everything and then finding out what its last position was. And every time that I tap it, it will just check here whether or not we passed the update timer on this. And that's it. It's what does this do? What this does is, so let's say I have a ton of enemies on the screen. All of them are going to be tapping the position. Instead of going to the transform position every single time, they can instead just get the cache position. So we don't have to do the transform position calculations over and over again. Or get marshal the positions. Alright, so in that point, in that 10th of a second, everything knows the same position of something. So this should clean up now. This is the benefit of this. This should now clean up targeting for everything else. So now I feel better about pushing this through. Okay. So now we can go back to the player and find out what we broke. It should just be working, but we never know. Because once we did the implicit conversion, that's what this part's supposed to be happy about. Because implicitly it knows. It knows. There we go. So over here we do claim targets. We get this. Length. Small little optimizations here and there. Because this can have, I think, like 800. So if there's like a massive gap, we don't really care. But this is trusting that the initial add and remove stuff is going to be a first entry system. So it's going to always try to. It's kind of like a stack. Actually, we should probably make it a stack instead of. No, it's fine. This is an array. It's fine. Yeah, no, this is better. This is better. Okay. So we need to know about whether or not it's an enemy or not. So we can do that here. So in the future, this will be enemy faction or the faction. But right now, right now we're just going to do based on the script. So cool. What the heck is going on here? Okay, I see. So let's actually just make this combatant. Weird. Oh, we already changed it. We did.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches
Oh,
fire.
player.
This is Phoenix.
Nothing. Isn't there like an enemy? Or is this it? I think that's it. Okay. It needs to be the enemy. Why does it need to be the enemy? Is there a reason? No, not really. We can just get away with this.
Open eye, feel the waves
Okay. We're almost done. Closest target, actor. I'm not. I don't even. You're not even interesting to me. You are not interesting. Okay, we need to do some extra work.
Make it last forever. Stop in time. Yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Do we need to go that granular? I don't think so. Let's do it this way, because we do need this. Actor movement. That's actually what we need.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me low, I've been high.
There's a better way to handle this. We're going to implement it later, which is we're going to have our faction system. Right? So we'll be able to check what faction this movement object belongs to. And it looks like for this, what we really care about is the movement. Or the actor's movement. I don't know why. As I go further along, I'm going to find out why I set it up that way. Maybe I'm doing something where I'm controlling the rigid bodies in some way. And that might have been why I needed access to that. Alright, and for clarity, this only happens once. So it's once and done, and that's it for each enemy. So I'm not worried about that as call or anything like that. Or I see no reason to be worried about it. Okay.
Every breath I take is filled with this ambition. Open arms, on my soul, that's my only mission. Breaking down these walls, no more inhibition. Raw emotions flowing, can't hold back no more. Give it all I got, love runs through my veins. Pure intentions, baby, I don't.
Okay, so now we just need to remove the subject. I think. Oh, no, this.
Caught up in the rhythm of self and let my beating up. Oh yeah, you're begging hard. No pretending, just authentic. Just to be somewhat your invitation. Picking how you make it, you telling me apart. Even multiples, all just love inside. It's who I'm meant to be. I've been dishing inside. It's all I get. I don't know, side. Be a protocol to be. Pick it this.
All right, that looks like we're done. All right, so let's see if that saved us anything. The two small changes. Run combat. This is on the enemy scripts now, so shoot my bob. Okay. We're not. All right, let's do it. Combatant. See, like, this should just work intrinsically. That it doesn't is a little annoying. Why doesn't that work intrinsically? Doesn't this work? I did that over here, right? Yeah. Interesting.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, can't
Where is the error now?
collide. Hold tight,
Let's fix this first. There we go. Says there's an error somewhere. I just don't see it. Okay. Subject. Alright, let's test this out real quick. If I do something like... There we go. That's all I wanted. That's it. Awesome. Okay, so we technically don't need this. Let's double check that we don't need it.
when there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down
Awesome.
I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame a past we simply let fade. But I don't close the door.
Okay, so now we can get all crazy with this. Like, this is just the combatant information that we need. I guess we must have accidentally deleted something. Yep, we did. There you go.
When there's no hope left for you who saw me before I knew who I'd be. What I have
Interesting.
around me,
Okay.
nothing to me if I
Let's go back to the enemy.
share it with you. Walking
And now it just works.
memories and frame a past we
And player still works perfectly fine. Let's actually run this and see what happened. Creating the missing actor, what actor report in player. Oh, right. Thank you, Unity. It was actually supposed to do that. Where are we? We're in the enemy script. Current target is going to be equal to... What is it saying? Invalid cast. Gotcha. So we don't need this anymore. And we can... But it is public. Oh, I get it. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. That's weird. One sec. Ah, there we go. Completely forgot my headphones could do that. What is found? Found is iCombatant. But oh, I see. So we just need to change this to... There we go. Okay, that should be fine. We can also... for this implementation of hurt area, we can do... Okay, what is hurt area doing to begin with? I think hurt area is the hitbox, I'm pretty sure. Hurt area, transformed opposition. Okay. So I think this is... So we're detecting a targetable area and trying to move to that. This is the enemy. Got it. The enemy cares about this. Does the enemy need to know about this all the time? Does it need to do this? I don't think so. I think we can get away with... Oh, but it's looking at actor movement, so we can't even really mess with this. It's not looking at what I thought it was looking at. The current target. This would require more... This would require me caching this as the combatant as the current target. Should be fine. And while we're here, might as well we do this. So the enemies stop trying to attack one another, for at least for now. Because I'm procrastinating big time on developing the there we go. So now they won't attack one another. Okay, now let's run it. See what else we run into. I'm surprised that had an issue though. Okay. So we're just hitting an issue here, that's all. We have to let it go by. We can't do it there. Do it over here. Alright, first we check to see if it's null. If it's not null, then we go here to see if it's an enemy script. If it is, then we continue. Otherwise, we check to see if it's the same thing. I think that's the cleanest way of handling it. And actually, let's do this over here. Oh, I think we do it. Yeah, we do it over here. We just break out. Small optimization. I think next we're going... What time is it? Yeah, next we can probably fit in death for the enemies. I'm debating if I should even implement it, mainly because I do like having them around as like punching bags to test other things. But we can see that there's no more lag when I engage with these guys. Like it's completely the first impact and everything.
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time. Buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found for you and our safe and sound. And we slow for you and our safe and We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found for you and our safe and sound.
Alright, we're going to call it there. We fixed most of the problems that I wanted to address. The targeting system, I kind of get what's happening here. I need to think more on how I want to handle it. That's about it. But I get what I did. So it looks like I fell for the trap of optimizing before just making sure that it works, and yeah, just need to go back and check and fix that. Alright, that's all. Have a wonderful day.